You probably think you know why I'm wearing the mask. No, I haven't got the COVID. I'm not trying to virtual signal. The problem is, because I look so much like Donald Trump when I go out in public now without my mask, people are always coming up to me asking me about their stimulus check. I don't know where your stimulus check is. And that's what I say to them. And they're like, well, you're the president. You're Donald Trump. You should know. And then I tell them I'm not. They're like, well, you look exactly like him. And I'm like, I'm not the president, though. Even though I can't argue with the look exactly like him comment, try to tell them I'm not him. And then they take their phone out and they put up a picture of the president. They're like, look, see, you look exactly like him. You're Donald Trump and you're trying to stiff me out of my stimulus check. And I'm just like, I do not know where your stimulus check is. If you have a problem with your stimulus check, you got to call the IRS. And they're like, call the IRS? That takes a long time. I know getting through to a person at the IRS takes longer than most childbirth. But I cannot help you. I'm not Donald Trump. Why do you keep asking me about your stimulus check? And they're like, well, you look exactly like Trump. Why are you trying to stiff me out of my money? You've gotten on TV and said how we would all be good with this stimulus. And then when it comes to my turn, I don't get it. I'm like, look, I'm not Donald Trump. Just leave me alone. And then, of course, a crowd forms. And they're starting to say, Donald Trump's trying to stiff this guy out of his stimulus check. And I'm trying to say, they're saying, excuse me, I'm not Donald Trump. And then the crowd's like, well, he's trying to get out of it. He probably kept the money for himself. And I'm like, I'm not Donald Trump. They're like, then everyone pulls out their phones. It's like, look. And then there's like 50 phones there, all with a picture of Trump. And they're all like, look, you look exactly like him. Why don't you just give this man his money? And I'm like, I don't have his money. Oh, so you're saying you spent all the stimulus? I'm like, no, I'm not Donald Trump. I'm not the IRS. I'm not the Treasury. I don't have your money. So finally, then the cops come, and then the crowd gets dispersed because, once they see the cops, everyone starts running. And I'm like, thank you. And they're like, well, Mr. President, you shouldn't leave without your Secret Service detail. I'm like, I am not Donald Trump. So usually what happens is I have to get in my car and just drive away. So now, anytime I leave the house, I have to put a mask on because people keep asking me about this stimulus check. And this week, when he said, oh, I'd like to have another stimulus check, now the crowds are getting bigger. They're like, when am I getting the second one? I'm like, did you get the first one? Yeah. You're not happy? No, I need more. Why don't you give me the second one? And people are getting uptight and obtuse, and I just can't deal with it anymore. So until further notice, or at least until all the stimulus checks are handed out, first and second one, I'm wearing a mask in public.